I'm coming to you from a very rainy Miami today. I am just going to pop some links in the comments just to make sure that I've got that covered. I want to make you can hear me. If you're here, please say hello in the chat. I want to welcome you. I want to see. Also, let me know where you're watching from. Just give me 1 second. No, stop it. Okay. Sorry, I'm just popping some links in the chat, making sure we're live. I'm streaming to multiple places. It's just the way it goes today. If you're here, say hello. I've got my darling child here. He will not let me put him down, although he did let me put him down for a nap. First time in a while that he's let me do that. It's just been a struggle. First time mom problems. Hopefully this is hashtag relatable. I just want to make sure we're live everywhere. Hi. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm just popping some links in the chat. Because I'm gonna be talking to you today about some important stuff, and I want to make sure. I think we're good. Okay. If you're here, say hello in the chat. I can't see who's on. Oh, there's a few people on. Hi. Hello, everyone. Okay, I'm so happy to be here. If you're watching, please say hello in the chat, like I said. If you're watching the replay, please comment hashtag replay. Also, let me know where you're watching from. I always love to know where in the world you are. Hi, watching from Canada. Hello. I wish I could see who you are, but Ecamm does this weird thing where it says Facebook user instead of like who you are. So I'm sorry, but hello. Hello to Canada. I bet it's cold there. It's rainy here today. To put the lights on. It's also really hot. I'm in Miami. I'm going home. Oh, this is also my last live of the year. So yeah, I'm taking the next 2 weeks off. I'm so excited. I'm going on a little trip, and the next time you see me live, I will be in my office, back in my office back home. I'm so excited. If you don't know, I've been visiting family in Miami since May because my husband's been doing so much traveling and I just need help with my baby. Like it's been hard. Okay. So, I've been here since May and I love spending time with my family. I love my mom, love my grandma, but I'm ready to go home. I miss my dogs. My dogs are being watched by my brother-in-law. So yeah, I'm just so excited to go back home. Next time you see me, I'm going to be back home. Anyway, please make sure to comment as we go along. Watching from South Africa, watching from Florida. Hi, hello everyone. It's great to see you all. I'm so excited to have you here. Please make sure you comment as we go along. This will help you keep you engaged and hopefully retain and implement the information I'm giving you because it's going to be a little bit of a packed little training today. Lots of journaling I feel like you're going to have to do after this. It'll also boost the video though if you comment. So I would so appreciate you just commenting as we go, asking any questions, making any comments as we go. I know my child is the most annoying little creature in the world. Have kids, they said. It'll be fun, they said. I'm just kidding. I love him so much and I wouldn't trade him for the world, but it's hard. It's hard to go live when there's a little human on you. He won't let me put him down. He was just napping though, but okay. Before we get into it, if you don't know me, I'm Laura. Welcome to my world. I'm so happy to have you here. A little bit about me. I'm a marketing and systems strategist and I'm an agency owner as well. I help female coaches sell out their offers using fire content without burning out. Content is my thing. But today we're going to talk about nailing your brand voice because it's super important when you're creating content because you want to create content that will resonate with your ideal clients. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. And trust me, I've been there. I used to attract the wrong people. I used to want to attract 8-figure CEOs, like really, really high-end people because one of my very, very first clients, I helped create her content strategy. She was an 8-figure relationship coach, like very high end. And I was like, I love this vibe. And then I soon realized that she wasn't for me. So a lot of this is going to be trial and error. You're going to have to figure out, who exactly you want to work with. No, he's wonderful. Oh, thank you guys. I'm sorry. I'm distracted by the comments coming in. I wish I could see who's talking right now. But yes, he's my favorite part so far. Oh, he's my favorite part too. Thank you guys. Thank you for being so understanding because I know sometimes he can get like really loud and it's like, okay. Anyway, you want to really target your content obviously to the people you want to attract. I used to attract the wrong people. I was surprised I got that one client I was just telling you about because I was attracting the people that were broke. So how did I fix that? I got really clear. So we're going to talk about all these things. Understanding the importance of brand voice, which I kind of touched on, but we're going to go in more detail. How to identify your target audience. I talk about this a lot though. Hopefully it won't be too boring, but it's really important. You're very, very clear on your target audience, on who your target audience is beyond demographics, right? Crafting a consistent and authentic brand voice. You want it to be super authentic. You want to be you. You don't want to show up as somebody else, right? It's so bad to show up as somebody else. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my story when it comes to that, because trust me, he's part of my story. He's part of my brand voice, obviously. Tailoring your content to resonate with your audience. That's the most important part of this, because obviously there's literally no point in posting content that is not going to resonate, that is not going to convert, that's not going to make you sales, right? Practical tips and strategies for implementation, right? So why do you need a brand voice? Well, it helps you attract the right people. I already touched on that a little bit. It also helps you stand out. It makes you unique. It makes you different, because you are your brand voice. It's you. Nobody else is you. You are you. Nobody else is you. I don't know. Words to live by, right? How many people are in your specific niche? How many people? I am sure thousands and thousands of people. So many entrepreneurs are trying to make it online right now. It's really, really hard to stand out. So your brand voice is going to help you stand out. It's going to help people remember who you are. It's going to help you be unique, right? The amount of times that I have changed my brand messaging when all I needed to do was be myself. And that's what I'm going to try to reiterate a lot today. Oh my gosh, I hope the power doesn't go out, because the power goes out so easily here. It's raining so much. If it goes out, I'm sorry, guys. All I really needed to do was be authentic. So here's the thing. I'm so shy, which is a little shocking to a lot of people, but I'm really shy, especially with people I don't know. Online people, strangers on the internet. What got me over this is like strangers on the internet. Like, I likely will never meet any of you. I would love to meet all of you, but no. So what is the point of being shy online? There's literally no point, because who is going to judge me, right? I mean, you might judge me all you want. People might judge me for having him, and I really didn't want to keep him in my videos, but there's nothing I can do about it. I gotta go live. I gotta speak my. I gotta teach you guys what I'm trying to teach you guys, and he's gonna be part of it. It's just the way it's gonna go. Anyway, it's super getting off track. I have some notes here. I was really hesitant to show up online in this business, and I don't know why, because I have been on social media for more than 10 years with my makeup account, and that's how I got started. For those of you that don't know, I started with a makeup account really on YouTube, and then I shifted to Instagram, and I grew my following to like 25,000 followers. And then I started realizing that I could help other people do that too, because I'm like, okay, I could really, really, people need my expertise, right? Anyway, so that's how I started this other business. I still do makeup on the side, but I wasn't shy to, I mean, at first I was like really shy, and my YouTube videos would be like, hi guys, I'm going to apply some eyeshadow right now. It was really shy. I'm shy. But honestly, doing that for 10 years, more than 10 years, has taken me out of my shell. So I'm able to show up as my authentic self, my makeup account. But I was still really hesitant when it came to this business, and I don't know why. It took me a long time to just finally be myself. Yes, I'm shy, but I also use humor as like a coping mechanism for being shy. I'm just like kind of awkward, but I use that as like a crutch too. You know, whatever you got to do to make sure you are your authentic self. That was a tongue twister, sorry. So when you're coming up with your brand voice, try to answer these questions. Who am I as a person? And who do I want to be? Like, fundamentally, who are you? Slightly related, what do I want to be known for? And that's one thing. What is the one thing you want people to come to you only for? That's something that's going to help you stand out too. Because there's 1,000 business coaches. And yes, while one of my main things is helping people get clients and make sales and sell out their offers, how many other people do that? Well, my angle is that I come in from a planning standpoint. I'm a very big planner. I help you plan your content so it's less overwhelming, so that it converts and you make sales like that. While yes, there's a lot of other people that do the same thing, I'm sure, it still sort of makes me unique. It's not as many people that are just like business coaches. I help you get clients. That's so vague. So many people are doing that. You got to angle yourself in a way that's going to help you stand out in a very saturated online space. Okay. So what's that one thing that you want people to come to you for? whether that's, yeah, I help people get clients. Okay, well, in what way? What is your, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. So let me not get ahead of myself. Also slightly related, why does my brand even exist? Why do I exist? Why does my business exist? What core human need or problem are you solving? For me, I help people not burn out creating content, because content can be overwhelming. So it's like one specific problem. It's very specific. Not I help you get clients. Sure, yes, that's an outcome of me helping you get strategic and planning and blah blah blah. But it's not like the main thing, because so many people are known for that, right? So, uh, when you articulate your purpose and your brand's purpose, an authentic voice is going to flow through your content. So when you can answer those questions, it's going to help you create this brand voice. And honestly, at the end of the day, like looking back on it, I'm like, why is this so hard for so many people? Because all you got to do is be yourself. All you got to do is speak your truth. All you got to do is create content from the heart. But it's so hard for a lot of people. And that's why I urge you to answer these questions in like a journal format. Like just literally journal it out. Stop rubbing your eyes, dude. Okay. And then the next thing I want you to answer is also what makes me different. So I sort of touched on that. It could be the smallest thing. Like you like where you're from. I'm Cuban. I don't really talk about that a lot. I'm Cuban. My last name is Martinez. My hubby's last name is also Martinez before we were married. So there's that. No, we're not related. He's black. Not that that matters, because I mean Afro-Cubans exist. But anyway, he's Puerto Rican, Dominican. We did ancestry. We're not related. But that's just like a fun fact about us, right? What makes me different? It could also be like, that's a pretty small thing, right? Where you're from. Like, oh, I'm from a small town in Oklahoma. Like that could be something different about you. Like I know someone I follow really, really closely. One of my favorite business coaches. She is, I think, originally from the UK or Australia. Now I'm not sure. I feel like it's the UK, but she lives in South Florida now because she married someone from the US, and she lives here now. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. It's something I remember about her. Another thing that can make you different is like this should definitely the process or framework that you take your clients through. For me, it's like a lot of planning. My core process is threefold. It's clarity, confidence, and consistency. And that's what I take my clients through when it comes to creating their content so they're less overwhelmed. They have clarity who they're targeting. They're confident when they show up online, which is something that I struggled with a lot. So I have firsthand experience on how to overcome these things. And then obviously building a plan for consistency, so that you show up consistently and get clients consistently. Let me know if this is resonating. Drop a heart if you agree, okay? Drop a heart if you are like, okay, I'm trying to figure out what makes me different. I would love to know. Please journal on this. And then the last question, well, actually there's 3 more questions. Sorry, I forgot. The next question is, what's my story? So I sort of talked about my story. Basically, like, beating your story over your audience's head is what you need to do in order to stand out, in order to make yourself unique, in order to just like be memorable and just really articulate your brand voice, right? So what this means is interesting about you and your husband. That connects me even more to you now. You see, I love that. That's exactly what so telling that was part of my story. I mean, I have so many stories, and to be honest, it doesn't have to directly relate to your business, because literally our last names being the same doesn't relate, but it helps you remember me. So, oh, you're the girl that helps me plan and not feel overwhelmed with content, and you and your husband had the same last name before you got married. So that's like just a random fun fact, right? So what's your story? And integrating that into your content is going to help people remember you even more. So another big story that I talk about is how I got fully booked. Like I sold out. I could not take a single client more within 30 days of coming back to my business after 6 months off after having him. And I was super overwhelmed. I had to hire a team. I finally had my VA agency like come off the ground, and it's so exciting because I'm able to, outsource some work and have my business keep growing. And it's like, it was amazing. How did I do that? Well, I got really clear. And I'm gonna tell you what the next question is gonna be, to ask yourself, who's my audience? I got really clear on who my audience is, how I was going to track them through my content, and now I help other people do the same thing. You better stop it. Stop pulling my hair. That's not nice. Your audience doesn't need to be taught. Well, yes, they need to be taught and like, but not in like a how to get more clients sort of sense. They want to be inspired by your story, right? They want they want you to tell your story in a way that's relatable to them, that inspires them, that gives them hope that they'll overcome the same things you overcame. Like it took me 30 days, which is kind of fast for a lot of people, but I also had 6 months of zero clients because I took time off. I mean, that was just the way it was. Zero clients. I actually was working for free for somebody, which looking back on it, I literally, why did I do that to myself? Right. So, um, tell your stories, and they don't even have to be directly. I also tell this other story about how I took my nieces to Chipotle one day and I couldn't pay for it. Like I literally, my card kept getting declined and I tried to transfer from state. Like it was a whole thing. It's not super directly related to content and getting more clients, but I just vowed to myself from that day forward that I would never be broke again. And it came true. So I just do what it takes to not be broke again. And now I help other people hopefully not be broke again, right? By getting clients, by being clear, by creating content and selling out their offers, right? So we don't need educational content. I mean, we do want to teach our audience. We want to, you want to sprinkle your magic onto them in a way that's inspiring through your stories. And yes, it still teaches them something. Hopefully I'm teaching you something you didn't know before too, or didn't realize. And maybe you knew all this, but it's just a different angle that I'm helping you like uncover, right? We need to be able to teach people how we overcame our obstacles, inspire them, and show them how we can do the same through our stories, right? Okay. We all just need to be unapologetically, authentically ourselves online through our content, right? Whatever that is, just whatever comes to mind, spit it out into your content, post it. And that's just the way it is, even if it's polarizing. I actually follow this girl. I love her so much. I'm not going to name names, but I follow her religiously. I look at all her content. She posted something super controversial a couple weeks ago where she nearly got canceled. And I was like, whoa, that's brave. She has like a lot of followers. That's brave. That's brave. But she did it. And she was like unapologetic about it. She's like, this is my stance on this issue. And it's not even directly related to her business either. She's like a copywriter. Do what you got to do. Okay, so now you also want to ask yourself, who is my audience? It's a big question you got to ask yourself when trying to find your brand voice. Because if you're talking to the wrong people, obviously you're going to attract the wrong people. And that's not what you want to do. You don't want to attract broke people. We all have been there where we attract broke people. Change the way you're doing your content if you are attracting broke people. Stop attracting broke people. You need to relay the value of what you offer in a way that even if they are broke, they will find a way to make it happen, to work with you, because they cannot resist you. Now, I'm not saying pressure them. This is a totally different conversation. I'm getting so off topic, but it's okay. I got to talk about it because I felt pressured to take out a $10K loan for my first business coach who did not deliver what she said she was going to deliver. Hopefully she's not. Oh no, I blocked her. Yeah, that's where we're at. But that's where we're at. She did not deliver. And so I would never put pressure on somebody like that ever. But if what you do comes across as valuable, like this person cannot live without you, they will find a way to make it happen. Borrow money, sell clothes, whatever it might be. I would never encourage. I don't have to encourage people. Here's the thing. I get asked all the time, and this is totally off topic again. How do you overcome objections? I don't. If you don't want to work with me, you're not my person. That's it. It's just, I'm not going to try to convince you to work with me. I can't do that. I cannot with integrity do that. And so that's something that it just needs to come across in your content, that what you're doing is so valuable to people that they will want to work with you. They'll find a way without you having to pressure them. That's it. Now, how do you find out who your audience is? I talk about this a lot. Go beyond demographics. You obviously want some sort of demographic. And honestly, lately, I've been targeting people that are a little older. And that's totally fine because people that are older really need help with all the technology side of social media. So I have no problem helping older people. Somehow I've landed in the 40 to 60 range, which is fine. Sure, you need demographics. But what you need is psychographics. What are they really going through? What are their pain points? My people are seriously overwhelmed by creating content. They don't know what to do. They are overwhelmed by Instagram. They literally just want somebody to do it for them. That's where my agency side of things comes in. Um, in terms of like planning content and stuff, just don't have a way to organize their content. Literally, oh my god, before I created my content planners, which I'm going to talk about in a second, before I created my content planner, I just had a note, like on my notes app, a page of notes of content ideas. It was so unorganized. I couldn't figure out where any ideas were. I couldn't figure out anything. And so it was so unorganized. And now I have a process through my content planners. And that's how I help other clients, figure out their process, because they are probably doing the same thing too. Where they have like a long list of notes, or they have a oh my god, Google Docs. The amount of Google Docs I get from clients nowadays. And I get it. I get it. It's just what you have. And do what you got to do at first, of course. But when you're organized, anyway, okay, that's besides the point. What are their interests? What are their pain points? What are their values? What are their goals? What do they want to do? What do they need your help achieving, right? That's how you're going to find out who your audience is. And that's what needs to come across in your content, right? Truly understanding them will help you. And like having this clarity will inform your tone. It will help your brand tone and your messaging. And then you also want to ask yourself, what do I want my audience to feel? Do you want them to feel understood, entertained, intrigued, empowered? Like, what do you want them to feel? To be honest, a lot of times it's going to be all of those things. I know I love feeling understood when I see it. Like when I resonate with a piece of content, I'm like, oh my God, this person wrote this piece of content for me. That's how you want your audience to feel when they see your content. You want them to be the first thing you think about when you're creating the content, because when they see that, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, they wrote this piece of content for me. They understand me. And it's also kind of entertaining, which, I mean, I don't know. I like entertaining people, but that's besides the point. Okay. Once you answer all these questions, and maybe I will type this out in like a Google Doc and put it in the comments too, because I feel like I went really fast. You want to answer, who are you as a person and who do you want to be? What do you want to be known for? Why does your brand exist? What makes you different? What's your story? Who's my audience? And what do I want my audience to feel? Those questions are going to help you come up with this brand tone that's authentic to you, because you have so much clarity around who you are trying to target with your content, who you are as a person. Your authenticity is just going to shine through. Any questions coming in? I hate Google Docs. Yes, I know. Yes, who is your audience? Stop attracting broke people. You're just following your spirit with that story, not off topic. No convincing energy. So true. I love that. Yeah, for sure. I hate Google Docs. Yeah. I mean, it works for some people, but honestly, having a strategic like plan, anyway, I'm going to talk about that in a second. Once you have these foundations set, once you answer all these questions, your content's going to come across as authentic and that's all your audience wants. They want you, right? Other things to consider though. Your tone and style, obviously very what is the word I'm trying to look for? Okay, I can't think. Your tone and style. Do you want to be informal, formal, humorous, but it should be authentically you. Whatever that looks like for you, it should be very conversational. Like, I hate seeing content that you can tell was written by AI. Don't do that. Don't write content using AI. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please comment. I understand I will not use AI. Please, right now. I understand I will not use AI. Comment right now. Okay. Don't use AI. You want it to be you. You want it to be very conversational. I can't tell you the amount of clients that I have that come to me and they're like, I love your content because it's very conversational. I want my content to be the same. It's like, it literally should be you. It should come across as you. Anyway, what kind of language are you going to have? Vocabulary, grammar, sentence structure. Do you want to be more formal? Do you want to use LOL? Do you want to use emojis? Like all these things, like these are the more mechanical side of your brand voice. Obviously, don't overdo it with emojis, because then people will know that you used AI or think that you use AI. Trust me. And then the last thing you also want to consider, and it's the most important thing out of everything, is oh my gosh, my husband is texting me and I have my phone on like do not disturb, but not my watch. He's like, get off. What if I have an emergency? I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you. Oh my God. Is the 29th or 30th a good day? Okay, I'm so sorry. We're getting some furniture delivered home. I'm so excited to go back home. Anyway, I'm so sorry. The last thing you want to consider is your content pillars. Your content pillars are super important. Once you have answered all these questions, then you can create your content pillars. These are essentially what your content is going to revolve around. Need a sip of water? Your content needs to have this sort of structure, this level of organization, while also being you. In other words, your content pillar should be what you take your clients through, your unique framework, um, and don't hold out, don't gatekeep, because people want to know. People are going to pay you for the implementation. I tell this to my clients all the time. You can give away as much as you want for free in your content, because people are going to help people for implementation. Oh my gosh, he's calling me. I'm sorry. It's just that my phone is over there. Am I still live? Okay, I hope I'm still live. Don't worry, I will not use AI for my content. You are. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I yay, thank you for actually doing that. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my content planners. This is like the little pitch part of the live, as it goes. And here, this is what makes me a little awkward. I'm like, this is a little pitch part about my live. You can leave now if you want. I don't no hard feelings. I get it. And this is part of my brand voice. I'm a little awkward. I'm like, hello. But I wanted to talk to you about my content planners because I think a lot of people benefit from them. And I have a link in the comments section of the video you're watching right now for my content planners. I was going to show my screen, but I don't really have a lot of time. And I really want to, it's Peter making all these comments. Hi. Oh, hi. Yeah, so my content planners are a way to keep your content organized. It's available on Google Sheets, which don't hate Google Sheets. I hate Google Docs for organizing content, but Google Sheets can be really effective. And I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into these content planners. It's literally the fruit of labor of love. What's the saying? I forget the saying. Anyway, I love what I put into these planners because they evolved so much over time. I can't love them enough. Anyway, Notion, Airtable, Google Docs, not Google Docs, Google Sheets, Asana, and ClickUp. My goal with these is to help you stay organized, create your content pillars, and have a sort of automated thing, except for Google Sheets, and Trello is not really automated. Trello is Trello's not as automated as the other ones. And then ClickUp and Asana, you kind of have to pay for like the upgrade in order to get some of the automations. It's so annoying. My goal with that was not to have you pay for a plan. I wanted it to be free. I mean, except the template is not free. But I didn't want you to have to pay monthly. In other words, for Notion, you don't have to pay monthly. For any of the other ones, you don't have to pay monthly. My goal was that you organize your content so you stop feeling overwhelmed when you're creating content. And literally, when I don't use this planner, you can tell my content, it comes across as almost like, oh, I had to get this post up just to check something off my to-do list. But when I plan it out and it's strategic, and honestly, I've gotten it down to a science where like I can plan my weekly content in 30 minutes because of these content planners. It's just going to come across that way. Like your content's just going to be, when you actually organize it in this way, it's your brand voice will be shown through your content. Trust me. So check it out. It's in the comments and it's in the link. You really do put your heart and soul into your products. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. I really do. Maybe real quick, I can show you my Notion. I use Notion personally, but if you're not tech savvy, I don't recommend Notion. If you are the least tech savvy person, I recommend Trello. Or can you guys see me? No, you can't see me. Can you see me? Oh, you can see me. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? So this is again, the love of my life, my Notion content planner. Well, this is a business planner. So this is why I think I'm going to raise the price of this one because it's just so, you see, there's so much to it. It's so visually appealing. I love it. Here's my content strategy area, which is the one that we really want to concentrate on. We have your pillar topics here, which we were talking about, creating your content pillars. It's really important. You have different views. You have a board view. You have a monthly calendar view. This is just the way I organize. And when you purchase this, you get a video tutorial because trust me, it can get pretty complicated. having to figure this out. You can see me, right? Okay. I feel like you can't see me. So that was just a little sneak peek. Check out the comments below. Thank you so much for being here. This is my last live of the year. I'm going back home. I'm traveling for the next 2 weeks. After on Monday, I'm leaving. Well, Saturday. Whatever. One of those days. I don't remember when I'm leaving, but I have to pack up 6 months of being in Florida. I'm scared to do that. And so yeah, I won't be live. I might do like a video next week, like a pre-filmed one, like maybe. We'll see. Um, because I want to get my message across to the world, and I want to put content out. And that's the thing. I'm like I have this plan now using my content planners that I will plan my next 2 weeks of content, so it's all scheduled out and all that stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great holiday season. If I don't see you before then, but if you're in my group, I'll see you because I'm still gonna be posting and stuff in there throughout the next 2 weeks, but I just won't be live. So I'll see you guys in 2024. Bye.